Good morning, vinyl community. It's me, JC, back again. Back in Massachusetts, only for a few days, about to hop on a plane and go to Miami. But before I did that, I wanted to make a video about some recent pickups I got, Deluxe reissues, and are they worth it? So, this is the time of year that we see lots of box sets and Deluxe reissues because they're trying to get your money for the holidays. And I picked up two myself, which I'm going to go into a little bit of detail with, which one is Whitesnake Into the Light, and number two is Tom Petty. You guys know I love Tom Petty, and Long After Dark. So, first let's dive into the Whitesnake, then I'll talk about the Tom Petty. So, this actually is coming in a CD box set, or you can buy the individual albums that are in the box set, which include Whitesnake's, David Coverdale's first solo album, Whitesnake, the second solo album, North Winds, and then his third solo album, Into the Light. Now, David Coverdale does a great job of making these remasters really different than the original. Not so that it's jarring and you don't want to hear it, but if you're a Whitesnakes fan, he definitely makes it more metallic, which I think is a positive in the case of these three albums, especially since like Into the Light, I felt like it was kind of adult contemporary when it came out. I really did not like it at all. Now the songs have more punch, more kick. I've already done a review of the first two albums that came out as part of Rocktober. And I would say that I'm really enjoying this set because it sounds, to me, it's like new Whitesnake. You know, this album I was the most familiar with. North Winds I was never a huge fan of, and Into the Light I was never a huge fan of. I can tell you that I've spun each record twice, and I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of it. It sounds amazing. And like I said, much more metallic. So yeah, if you are a Whitesnake fan, I would tell you to go out and grab these three. If you only have money to grab one, I would tell you this is the one to grab. It is absolutely fantastic. Okay, and next, you guys know Tom Petty is one of my favorite artists. Absolutely, positively love Tom Petty. And when it came to this Deluxe reissue, here are some of the positives. One, the packaging is absolutely amazing. It's a gatefold now with a nice glossy cover. The art design sticks to the original design of the 80s album. It's got some cool liner notes. I did hear some complaints that people wish that the liner notes went into more detail. But in all honesty, we have Google. You know, like, yeah, it's cool when they include it, but this was very reasonably priced. And I will take the reasonably priced and have to Google the information about the songs than have to, you know, have it include a much more deluxe book or packaging. Because as you know, that sometimes these Tom Petty box sets are like 9 LPs and are like $400. This was more in the $30 range. And it has obviously additional tracks that weren't on the original album. A lot of it is from a French TV broadcast, but it doesn't sound, it almost sounds like a studio recording. It doesn't really sound live. Keeping Me Alive is the best track of the extra tracks, but I always love this album, and I love it just as much now. The remaster sounds great. But I would tell you, go check out the song Tom Petty, Keeping Me Alive. I don't know how that song didn't end up on this album. So, those are the two Deluxe reissues that I got recently. If you got something cool, put it down below. I will join you soon when I get back from Miami.